Ladies and gents, welcome to some 4v4 Nomad action. Let's go, baby. We've got Lix's team against Rubenstock's team. We've got an interesting mix. Rubenstock's teamed up with the Max, who's another Finnish pro, and I think the other two players teamed with them are also from Finland, if not mistaken. And then Lix, he is teamed with two Argentinians that are known for being good on Nomad, Manos and Gary. And then DK2, I'm not too familiar with. I can maybe get more intel on them. So the TCs are going to start coming up. The communication is going to start to begin between the teams. So we're going to introduce the teams first, starting with the Finnish team. We've got Legend Rubenstock here playing as the Koreans. And he is very much in the middle of the map right now. And he's in a unique spot based on what I'm seeing because his team is all together elsewhere. You go this way, and suddenly you find Rubenstock's team. You've got, I don't know how to say this, Jehu? I don't know. Jehu playing as the Sicilians. Yes. That's probably not it. Varjodi. I can tell these guys are Finnish just by their names, because I can't say them at all. Varjo playing as the Vikings. And then we've got the Max playing as the Goths. So we've got three of the Finns lined up all together. That could be good. Rubenstock in the middle. And then the other team is all spread out. Here on the very left side, we have Manos playing as the Mongols. An amazing Nomad Civ. And you've got Gary playing as the Turks. An amazing Nomad Civ. Teamed up with the Byzantines for Lix. And then you've got DK playing as the Britons. Someone says DK2 is Vivi. That would make sense that Vivi is playing team games. Like, for me not to know this guy, and for Lix to just be the only Chinese player in here would be very weird. Can someone else confirm this is Vivi? I don't want to go off of just one random Twitch chatter, but I don't know if there's a way someone else could confirm, but I can change that in-game if need be. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the ideal situation for Nomad. Okay? The ideal situation for Nomad is you have at least one player going fast castle into unique unit, and that player is able to disrupt multiple enemy players. And Rubenstock has the Koreans, which is good for the fast castle unique unit, and is in the middle, which could be close to a lot of enemies. So I think that's really good for Team Finland here. As for China, or Team China-Argentina combination, they've got the Turks and the Mongols, which are both really good with going fast castle unique unit. You've got Manos kind of on this side over here. He's communicating he's going to go Step Lancers. But then Gary would make sense for maybe him to consider a castle. Okay, other people are saying confirmed for DK being Vivi. Someone says DK is a sponsor for a show match. It's not Vivi. Yeah, but did, like, Vivi change his name because of the sponsor's request or something? Someone says, I don't think DK2 is any of the good players. He sponsored a show match the other day. Ah, okay, so he's a player. Okay, I could see that. So he's someone who sponsored a show match who's solid. All right, we're going to keep DK as DK then. I don't know anything more. I don't want to just change it willy-nilly. But he must be a solid Nomad player. And he's probably from China. Okay. So it's kind of nice that we have the communication from China, Argentina happening in the chat. So we could see what they're going to do. Lix said he's going to end up going for water. And that would make a lot of sense because Lix is actually docked very close to... he might not know this right now, but Lix... Yeah, he scouted. He saw the house from Rubenstock, so he's very close to Rubenstock's fish. And not too far away from him are some of his allies' fishing ships, too. So, wow, look at all the docks here for Team Argentina-China. I don't know, for Lix's team, I guess. This is actually quite nice. And so they should know purple is here. And then also that gray is here. So fast water play from Lix could lead to killing fish. And yellow says, I will clean here and then go UU, which is unique unit. So, all right. I like how Gary is not chatting at all. Gary is like, Monos, you are our spokesman. Gary has been around a long time. Gary, if I had to guess, he's like 30 plus years old. Now he's been playing for at least a decade because I remember him back in 2015. He used to play a lot more 1v1 events. He does not play 1v1 against events much more. Still maintains like 2K plus player, plays a lot of team games, is really experienced. You'll find him playing a lot of team games with his fellow Argentinians, so anyways, a lot to follow here, but I hope people are enjoying the variety and what the 4v4 can offer. I'll try and break down what I can, but so many players have docked in the same spot. I think Max having the safe fish boom in the north could be a real problem for the other team. Max is amazing if he can be left untouched, but like we heard, there may be step lancers coming in that way from Monos at some point. Of course, there's no scouts, so they don't know where the enemy is yet, but you normally figure that out over time with sheep scouting and everything else. Lord Lothar, thank you for the resubs. This T90, you're a pretty cool guy. Well, you are a pretty cool viewer, so thank you. Yoda Evil Twin, thanks for the 13. Does this needs to be admin restart? Rubenstock doesn't have Persians. Let's redo this, please. I wish it would have been like Persians for Rubenstock. And what could we give Licks to be as annoying as possible? Ironically, Byzantines would be pretty good. Is this a 4v4? It is a 4v4. The teams are on the right side. I was tempted to joke and say, no, it's a free-for-all, and watch how confused you would get. So I hope you acknowledge that I fought that temptation. Ooh, yeah, Licks with Goths would be tricky. But we're going to see fire galleys from Licks. Now, in team games, a lot of people, the full water guy oftentimes goes galleys. But being Byzantines, it would make sense to add the fires. Rubenstock is definitely planning on losing water. He knows. His plan is probably to go fast castle and send some villas over to stone at some point. Wow, a stable here from Max. What? Huh. So Max is in Feudal. Maybe the plan is for Max to take map control, and then if he has map control, Rubenstock can build the castle forward. Rubenstock's taking stone, and I'm blind. I don't know where it is. Where is Rubenstock taking stone, guys? It says he's 4 on stone. I have no clue. It's not here. It says 4 on stone here. I don't know. Rubenstock's going to go FC. He's fleeing with his fishing ships now. I'm definitely blaming the gray color. And fishing ships will go down. Now, will the fishing ships go down for purple as well? We'll see. Looks like DK is here to try and kill these fishing ships. But we have green playing water and purple playing water. And they're both going galleys. So they might be able to defend the fish. Also kill Gary's fish. But Gary is also going fast castle unique unit. So, again, where that castle spot goes up is important. And DK just lost a villager here. Interesting, DK was actually on stone. DK did say he wanted to go for longbows later on. And nice job from Max there to get some value with his scouts already. I think the reason for the scout edition is so Rubenstock can comfortably move forward. I still have no clue where... Oh, his stone is here! Okay. Water fights happening. So far, really liking Team Finland's position. Fire ships for Licks are headed to the north. It's going to be a long way to find the Max. But he might encounter the Max's fires on the way and eventually kill Max's fishing ships. Galleys around here from Green. Looks like he was defending his teammate. Scouts are still around here from the Max. And Finland's in a really nice spot population-wise. We haven't seen... The only player we've seen struggle has been Rubenstock. But Rubenstock, of course, that was expected. Because he's going for Castle Age. Max has more scouts. This scout edition from Max is really smart, man. Oh, man. All these villagers have food as well. RIP. Gary loses 3 vills. Now, remember, the Janissary costs food. So, yeah, it's a great unique unit, but compared to the War Wagon, it does cost resources which are harder to come by if you lose your fish. And that's what happened to Gary, obviously. Now, Monos said he was going fast castle lancers. I'm excited to see what these lancers find. Mono's is looking around now. And, oh! That's an epic find. Good luck quick walling out Lancers here, Rubenstock. This is so needed here for Lix's team. You can't actually build small walls against Step Lancers because the Step Lancers are going to poke you down anyways. So, you know, both teams having a player who goes for stable units and surprising the enemy. And there's the castle. There's the castle. We knew this would happen. There's still things happening on water, which, of course, is kind of hard to pay attention to. It kind of feels like these galleys here from Johoy he's done a nice job to make some progress. Amanos has had to flee with his fishing ships. The galley's definitely working well. But if Lix continues to move in, maybe Max loses his fish. It does feel like Max is prepared for that, though. Max's understanding of the game is just so evident when you watch him play. But, man, if these Step Lancers from Monos can get towards Max right now, Max could be in a real tough spot. It's everything he can do right now to defend his fish on the back of the scout rush. Still trying to distract with scouts. Messy, 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 messy stuff. Step Lancers found villagers. The walls aren't up yet. Villagers didn't get killed for whatever reason. Mono's maybe looking for them now. He's probably distracted controlling this group. Yeah, he was microing this group as well. House walls from green, communication from them on Discord or whatever about what's happening, but this game's gotten a lot closer because of Monos and the Step Lancers. Lix was still able to keep his fish alive too. Impressive stuff. And DK is having a rough time. DK's plan was to go water into unique unit and lost villagers to scouts, took some losses on water, and now has war wagons sitting underneath the TC. Yikes! That's rough. Max has still kept his fish alive. We'll lose a villager there because he's reacting to the Step Lancers. But Max will be in Castle Age soon and is making spears. So what this means is basically Monos and Gary, they're in a spot where they have to do so much more damage than you would in a normal game. Because these war wagons, they're just going to pick yellow apart. Yikes! Can anyone else relate to this experience? It feels like this happens sometimes on Nomads, and there's no avoiding it. If one guy, well, he wasn't left untouched, but it's just the guy who goes fast castle unique unit normally does damage to somebody. Rubenstock is going to be telling his team right now, I know it might be bad for you because you've got Janissaries on your gold, but yellow is dead. Nice work here from Gary and Monos to combine forces, though, because they're pretty far apart from each other. That's pretty impressive. Random villager here from Rubenstock. That might have been the Dock villager from before. TCs now from green, who should have nice water control to work with still. The Lick's still out here with fires. Lick's adding TC number 2 and TC number 3 and booming. Lick should have an uncontested boom. That's really good. They need someone to be completely safe. The only player who's really taken no damage this game is actually Lix. Maybe he took a little bit of damage that we missed, but everybody else has had certain things come their way. And Monos is playing amazing. And Monos also 3 town centers behind this, and these Step Lancers making life awkward for the Max, making life awkward now for Varjo. Might be trapped here, though. Uh-oh. 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 Great play from Finland. Lancers, you just have to run right by. Whoop. Yeah, it's really important because you need to get back to these guys. These guys are going to help you against those pikes. And now Max is trying to re-wall this. House goes down, and Step Lancers can back away. How's DK doing? DK's doing fine. I'm expecting Rubenstock to hit somebody else soon with the wagons or come over to support. A lot of things happening. I'm not seeing the wagons just yet. Feels like Rubenstock's still trying to decide on his next target. Wagons are here. Now we found them. And this feels like the natural place to pressure right now. It is Monos and Licks sitting at 60 and 51 eco respectively that makes me think that maybe there's a chance here for Team Licks. Especially because the Goth player has gunpowder on him. The Viking player's kind of struggling a little bit. Like this, it feels like the score isn't everything, but man, how are you supposed to kill these war wagons? War wagons are so sick, man. And they're just wrecking the Janissaries right now. It is just such a good unit for Rubenstock to work with right now. It is so tough to stop. And they did... The best way to stop a unique unit like this is to get ahead of them and beat them to the punch. And that's exactly what happened. They killed those villagers from Rubenstock, but still... Also killed Rubenstock's fish. But again, you do not need food for these. Rubenstock, just still 1 TC, still massing war wagons. That's his job. And here comes some Step Lancers over to help out. Janissaries still do high damage. Step Lancers having to be here means they're not elsewhere. But this is probably worth it because you can't let this, you know, snowball on you too much here. How is Siege versus war wagons? It's not really that good. But remember, Rubenstock's just on 1 town center. So he's not really, like, it's not like he's going to have this crazy economy as well as this. The idea, again, which we stated at the start, guys, is the unique unit player is supposed to affect multiple players, which is what both unique unit players have done so far. Nice job there for Monos. Monos has had an amazing game. He really has. Wonder what his plan is long-term here with the Mongols. Does he continue with Step Lancers? Does he go for Mangadai, maybe, which is your more typical play? Licks has fires everywhere now, guys. He's starting to kill the fish. Economically, it's actually even right now. Military count, very close as well. Very close game. Sick job from Licks this game. Licks you normally associate with the messy games, but... Salutes in chat, please, for DK. Again, I don't know a lot about DK, but I know that he's had a tough time. Lost his fish early on. Got war wagons. But now drops some siege, monks, and is finally in Castle Age and dropping town centers. Ooh, Max wants to castle drop. Oh, God. Oh, dude, this is epic. Rubenstock and Max are going to join forces here and drop a castle in the middle of Mono's Zico. Just when Monos is about to have a castle himself. Just when he's maybe in a position to stabilize and carry this game in Imp. And, you know, Monos had to pull himself out of position to save his teammates. And Rubenstock and Max go to the perfect spot. And, oh, this is devastating. This is between 2 town centers. The idle time alone is going to affect... Oh, wait! Down castle! Oh, my God! He actually denies it! No way! Wait, 97%? 1 Vil? You can't quick wall away from Lancers? What? I can't believe he denied that. Mono's microed that perfectly. He had to get on every villager there and surround them, and he just was able to. Credit to Gary as well, who was here to support. And, I mean, it's wild to me that many villagers went down, and still economically, Rubenstock's team seems to be ahead, but that castle's sitting there at 97%. You've got to get someone there. Make a transport. Make a run for it. That castle goes up, Monos is screwed. And that's before we even talk about the fact that now you can't make Huskarls if you're the Goths because you haven't completed the castle. How's DK doing? DK has now been castle dropped. It's been a rough game for DK. Trying his best to convert the wagons, that doesn't work. He needs to maybe escape. First Crusade has just completed now for purple, and that means all of these 5 TCs get extra sergeants. And these sergeants are probably going to go right to DK. DK could genuinely be defeated this game, guys. Unless, okay, so apparently he sent something. I don't know how he's supposed to get there, but maybe he will escape. At least he senses that the writing is on the wall. Imp is on the way for Licks, who's had a fairly uncontested boom. Again, he did control water for his team, still controlling the seas. Gary sitting at 71 Vils, which is way ahead of where Rubenstock's at. Rubenstock's had an amazing game, of course. Guys, there are times where... Oh, God! Max snuck Vils! Max snuck Vils and completes the castle. No! Monos! What a nightmare! How did he do that? We got to rewatch that. Guys, there's a million things to pay attention to. Don't spam T90 blinds, okay? I'm looking at DK get defeated. I'm looking at a lot of different things. I'm very sorry. But he must have tried to, like, just YOLO'd it. And now, oh, God. I mean, again, we said the castle would be so devastating. And Max is all up in Mono's eco now, and that's game-changing. Mono's, if he was untouched still, I mean, he's got Lancers running through. He's playing an amazing game. But now, can they survive with DK in such a state right now? This means Lix needs to step it up. And we'll see what unit he wants to go for. Rubenstock is here now. Max wants to drop another castle. Here he comes. This one will likely go up. Mono's is falling apart now. The TCs and everything are going to go down. And just like the farming eco is so disrupted. Feels like Imp is never going to be possible now. Great job from Purple as well. Remember I said Purple wasn't really in the game? Look at his eco. This is all he was doing, is focusing on the boom. And now Yellow is just forced to transport villagers away, which is what you have to do. Sometimes in these games, you have a chance to come back. You have to save what you can. I'd say with how much success Max and Rubenstock are having on Monos now, that it puts a lot of pressure on Lix. Nice finds there from Monos, doing what he can. And Lix is going to have Trebs. Lix is going to have Camels, at least for now. Lix has a lot of Ills. DK's out of here. Apparently DK sponsored a show match recently and did not invite Team Finland, I'm guessing, because they said, screw you, dude. No mercy. Invite us next time. I mean, great job from Monos. He got 37 kills with these units. And great job from Lix to treb down this castle. So as long as Lix continues to make progress, maybe Rubenstock will soon be defeated as well, and then maybe there's a chance. I'm not seeing a good economy anymore for Monos. Might not even have a castle anymore. Oh, man. This is how some people live life, guys. Scared, unable to expand, unable to leave their tiny little... They're unable to leave their room with fear of encountering sergeants on the streets. Okay, here we go. Transport has come to save them. It's all right. He's going to reboom. This is fine. This is fine. This castle will likely be rammed down. Monos is actually making petards. He has to buy food to make more petards. That's the situation we're in. And the petard wasn't able to get close to the rams. Wow. Crazy. But again, can Lix do this on his own? He's got heavy camel. He's got cataphract. That's a really good combination. The forward castle here from green, that's not going to do it. That's going to get trebbed down. Siege workshops will get trebbed down. Cavalier, though, from purple are going to make their way into this eco. We're going to see camels from Lix here, I'm sure, at some point, but that's a really nice find. Elite Berserk is a really good unit, but up against Elite Cataphracts, that would be a problem. I don't think Lix necessarily has the eco for Elite Cataphract right now, though. And as I say that, he clicks Elite Cataphract. So thank you, Lix, for making me look like even more of an idiot. Max clears up some camels. There's just so much for Lix to do right now. And it's pretty much just him. I mean, you do have some gunpowder from Gary here in support. But Gary says, I have to go. I'm sorry. I have to go. And that's a classic. Yeah, I actually think we're going to win the game. But I just have to leave, man. I just got to go. Yeah, I got somewhere to be. You know, I'm like kind of popular in real life. I got somewhere to be. No, I think he genuinely did have to go. because he told his teammates too, before he said it to everybody, and calls the GG. And I think maybe he felt as though this game was over as well. It did feel like, Licks could have continued to push a little bit, but then eventually, I think actually when the Goth player is fully boomed and is an imp, that's when it becomes a problem again. And I mean, at this point, Purple's already raiding Monos. Like, Monos is about to die anyways. Yellow's been dead, so... Well, guys, think about how early Castle Age went, right? We were just constantly watching Rubenstock. Rubenstock's not going to get the score lead here, but Rubenstock, I think, was the MVP. It was I could tell in Dark Age. Rubenstock being in the middle with Koreans was going to be amazing. He distracted and destroyed Yellow. He distracted and destroyed Orange and Blue even at some point. It was just Rubenstock was at the heart of it all, gave the other players an easier game. And I think Gary just wasn't able to have quite as much of an effect, even though he did collect more resources here. I loved how Max went for scouts, too. Like, Max's scouts killed villagers from 3 players and gave a lot of scouting intel as well, which is hard for us to realize when we're watching. But fun game. Good 4v4 Nomad action. Happy with it. There's the KD. And there's the look at the economy there. Who's the fastest player this game? Woo! Joe, woo! Let's go. Well played. Whatever you were doing there might have been a misclick, but you looked very speedy, my friend. Oh, you guys want to see Max's sneak. Ooh. Okay, we're still here. People want to see Max's sneak. Hardy, fix it for YouTube. Okay, so let's go back and let's see how Max completed this castle. Okay, so he had villagers with food in their hands. Okay, and he sees this is obviously like an amazing army here for Monos. And Max just tries it. And I assume, did Monos notice this at all? Guys, this is why you have to wall it in. You can't just not wall this in at 97%. He just YOLO'd right into the eco, and boom, there's a castle in your eco. Oh, jeez. And then immediately went with a barracks and a siege workshop and then could push all of this. But like at this stage, Monos is in a great spot. You simply have to wall in the foundation. If you don't do that, that's what can happen. Monos is probably kicking himself for that. Because he thought, we have the army, we have the control, we denied it, we're good. And yeah, there's the... That was important. This game was very close when this happened. Monos was a big threat. So without that castle, maybe the game doesn't go quite the same way. So... So, thank you very much for watching. I did want to tell you guys that something unique is happening this week. So, this 4v4 cast was just the start of a full day of casting 4v4 Nomad. And something in particular happened in every single one of the next games. And that is somebody TC dropping another player. The games are good, but there's a lot of them, and I thought maybe I could just spread it out over many weeks. But that would kind of be weird. So instead of just spreading it out over many weeks and then having less normal content, I thought, why not have the normal content every day? Because that's great. And then just toss up every TC drop Nomad game onto my extras channel. So in the description is the extras channel, and we are going to have someone TC dropped in this Nomad game number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, going up over time to the extras channel for those that want additional content. Definitely love me some Nomads, and I'll be looking to integrate more for you guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the love.